3, 2, 1. Well, hello there, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? Is anybody on here? Do I have signals? Do I have service? Do I have service? You know, last night, there's some people popping on. Last night, hey, Miss Shirley, how are you? We got to the end and it went off. It was, guess, poor signal or data or whatever. But anyhow, we're going to try again tonight. We still don't have our internet. We're supposed to be on by 8:06, you remember, this morning.
And it definitely didn't make it.
It definitely didn't make it. It's almost 8:06 tonight, it ain't on. So now they say it will be on before 9 a.m. Monday morning.
Woo!
That's the third Monday morning they've told me it would be on. So I'm not getting my hopes up yet until we get it. So AT&T is still working on the problem or ordering the part or whatever they were doing. I've talked to everyone else who's out, and they say, yeah, they're out too. Well, I've not talked to all of them, but I've talked to everyone I've been talking with. But this is just where we are. Okay.
Slow.
We're not going to talk about that. Y'all didn't tune on to let me know. For me to let you know that I've been with the internet for 20 days. Alright. Here we go. Going down to the chalkboard, and I'm going to tell you what we're having tonight. This is a super simple Southern tradition. We are taking our leftover mashed potatoes. We're going to whip up some delicious potato cakes. Mama is going to fry some delicious cornbread fritters. We've got some good old Lux pinto beans. If you have to go to the can, and we all do occasionally, let's just face it, if you have to resort to the can, we go with Lux because we like them. Now, why would you have to go to the can? Well, because Mama didn't fix no beans today. Didn't even cross her mind. And then tonight we come up wanting supper, and I said, what do you want, Mama? She said, something light and easy. We thought about doing breakfast. Mama thought about pancakes, but we didn't have any pancake syrup. We had one little drop over here. We hadn't gone to the pancake. We had been to the store 2 or 3 times, but we didn't know we was so low on pancake. So this is just leftover mashed potatoes, and I'm just stirring them up in that bowl. And this is going to make quite a bit. And I'm just going to add a little bit of flour in here for a binding, just to help bind it. Mama, how much flour you want me to put? Just a little.
If you put too much,
about 3 tablespoons, or not even that.
it'll take away from
I'm going to put 1 country fresh egg here. Oh, I didn't test it. It looks good. We can go ahead and drop it in now. It does look good.
What did you say?
I said it looks good, Mama.
Oh, I thought you was sneaking something in.
No, Mama. You know better than that.
I really don't. Not with you.
I'm going to put a little salt.
And a little more pepper.
And a little bit of pepper. And, because I'm making them, I'm going to add some green onion. You see me just chop that up. Mama usually don't put onion in hers, but she does. And this was 1 onion. So I'm not burning Mama up with onion or anything like that. So that is all I'm putting in there is 1 green onion. And I got her approval before I did it. Didn't I, Mama?
Oh, yeah.
She even washed it and got it just so for us. And that's all I'm going to put in there. Because normally Mama just puts flour, salt, and pepper, and an egg. But I like a little bit of onion in mine. Daddy always liked a little onion in his. And sometimes he'd whisper and say, make me something like you make, with onion. So sometimes we make 2 batches. We make a plain batch and an onion batch.
I crossed you out of pain and had it.
You want me to do that tonight, Mama? This green onion, it's just a little tiny, and it really ain't that harsh. Mama's got some more. That burner's on, Mama.
It's not doing much.
Right here it is. Turn it up. Now, we've got a surprise tonight. It was a surprise for us. Mama, usually is over at the stove frying, and I'm here.
Get over to the side.
But we're going to fix that, Mama. We're going to get ready to get you right in the shot here. Mama, there it is. If you think that needs more, you let me know of something.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
So, one of our faithful friends and viewers.
Is you going to put a little cheese in it sitting over there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to put in all of it. One of our faithful friends and viewers said they had wanted Mama in the picture more. And they didn't like her over there and me over here. So look here. We have a hot plate. It's got 3 burners, stainless steel. Thank you, Miss Pam, Mr. Joe Clevenger from Portland, Oregon. Thank y'all so much. And here it is. Tonight's the maiden voyage. We just unpacked it, wiped it down. The beans are already cooking right there. And here's the pan. We're going to put some oil in it. And I already like it better having Mama right here.
It's steaming up.
I already like it better having Mama right here beside us.
I'm just going to sit here and watch you do it all, man.
And I'm just going to put this cheddar cheese in there. Finishing out this pack. This is, as you all know, what I like to use. Fresh grated, straight from the bag. Cheddar cheese. It's good. I'm telling you, it's good. I'm mixing it right in there. Now, this is going to make... This is a little small bowl, but it's going to make a lot of potato fritters.
You're going to make little that size.
Is that what you want, Mama?
I thought that's what you said earlier.
I can do it however you tell me to, ma'am.
It don't matter.
Okay. So I'm going to turn this eye on here. And I'm going to turn him up. He's on. And I'm going to turn him up. Let him get good and warm. I'm going to go ahead and put this oil. This is just pure canola oil. You can use olive oil, but it smokes a little quicker. So I'm just going to do just the right amount. I've got the pollen throat.
Yeah, I have it back to
And I've lost my voice all of a sudden. Who knew?
It's pretty out today. Beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful weather. But the pollen is still bad.
Are you going to do cornbread, Mama?
I'll do some in between potato cakes. I'll do a little bit. I've got the meal of flour over there.
Okay, I'm going to spread this oil out good.
You put your flour in your potatoes already.
I did. You reckon I got enough?
It just takes a little.
I'm going to take one taste.
The egg will bind it in the flour. If you put some.
It's got a good flavor to it. I think it's got enough flour.
If you put too much, it takes the potato taste away.
Right. I didn't put too much, I don't think, Mama.
Be like biscuit flitters instead of tater taste.
No, we don't want biscuit flitters. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. Now, you can tell when oil gets hot, but you can also lay your hand above it. That's not near warm enough. And that oil will start swimming. You can see it just sort of mingling in there. But this gives us a great opportunity to give you all a chance to talk to us. So let's pull you down here. It says...
watch that grease on that special.
Absolutely. Lovely Pam and Joe, just send that gift. Yes, it is, Pam and Joe. It's wonderful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And she said, I want Mama in the picture more. So now, I mean, if you accept a gift this nice, you're going to have to do what they ask and stay in the picture. Don't you all agree?
You may have to super glue me over here.
I'm going to get some little mouse pads, some little glue pads.
I can lift them up.
Not if I put them one on each shoe. Put 2 shoes on them. Folks, it is Friday night. Now, I hate to go on about Friday night too much because I know some of you wonderful people out there have to work tomorrow and maybe all weekend. Maybe your day off is Tuesday or Wednesday. But my days off are Saturday and Sunday this week. Most of the time they are. Sometimes I have to work Saturdays. But I'm excited just to get a chance to do whatever I want to do tomorrow. I froze y'all up. Let's see what y'all are saying. It says the pollen count is very high. The trees, yes, Marsha, it's awful. You know, it's not just pollen. There's different pollens off different trees. And, you know, I told you we were blessed this year. It caught them at just the right moment. The Bradford pears were just getting ready to bloom here. We had that cold spell. It froze them out. They lost their little chance to bloom, but the green leaves come on. So we didn't have to smell those. Thank you, Stephen, for those stars. Thank y'all for the stars. Now, tomorrow we're having our cook-along. I gave you the recipe last night. It's for the 7-layer salad. And like I said, y'all can change those layers. Some of y'all had some wonderful, wonderful suggestions that was different than what I gave. But just do it your way. It's just a good salad.
We're going to get our stuff out or fixed out and checked tonight or early in the morning.
Mama's a little gun shy now that we've had
out of stuff.
No pineapples, no maple syrup. We got pineapples
no cream
now.
Cheese
no cream cheese when we need it one time. We're going to have to start making a list. But see, here's what I'm going to give you a little bit of what's happened. We become dependent on technology.
That's right. It's bad.
So anything we need, we just yell out, Alexa, add
I'm having trouble connecting. I'll keep trying.
Add pancake syrup to the list. She adds it. It goes to my phone. When I go to the store, I pick up whatever's on the list.
Now we can't.
We've not gone back to our old ways of keeping a list on the refrigerator. You remember the list on the refrigerator before she came along. Everybody had a list on the refrigerator. If you seen something was out, you jotted it on the list. When Mama got ready to go to the store, she grabbed the list and went to the store.
I ever see it.
So now we are without a plan, and we are without internet.
And we're without groceries on some items.
Just some items, Mama, not all
Just
items.
a few every once in a while.
Just some items. Stir them beans. Mm-hmm. Beans are good and hot. I don't know. Is Lux Pinto beans the favorite worldwide? Or do you have a favorite pinto bean in a can that's pre-canned?
Your daddy liked the Lux better than me. That's going on that burner or something. I hear it.
Just to drop off the spoon, Mama. One little drop made that much noise.
Ooh.
Now our oil,
It's a bit more.
it's getting there, but it's not dancing yet. You'll see it start to just move under the surface a little bit.
I'm going to get us a plate, put paper towels on it, because
Okay.
we'll have to take that up.
She ain't gonna stay in this camera. She gonna be moving around. I told y'all all along. Y'all say, John, quit sitting there and let Mama do it. Mama is not a sitter. She's not a one placer. She's like a bumblebee. Have you ever watched a bumblebee work a field full of flowers? Then you watch Mama work in the kitchen. That's the way she does. Isn't it, Mama?
Ooh, I just moved the camera.
Well, sure you did, Mama.
Sorry about that.
And she always moves the camera. That's just what Mama does. She is like a bumblebee. All right, folks.
I've
This.
been seeing several bumblebees.
Yeah, we've had some bumblebees. I saw a cute thing today on the internet, on the phone, and it was in a house. Some of you crafters, here's your craft. They had saved a little patch of dandelions, and the grass was pretty high, and they had a yellow sign. It was round, and it had some bumblebees, and it says, please excuse our weeds. We're feeding our bees. Now, wasn't that cute?
That is cute.
And it explained why they had weeds growing. But that was feeding the bees. Good evening. Hubs and I ate big lunch out on the beautiful day. Dinner was light with leftovers, pulled pork. Oh, pulled pork, that's good. Pinto beans with ham hocks. Oh yeah. Now we saved our Easter ham bone, and we are going to use it with some pinto beans that we will fry ourselves. I think our oil is good and warm. Now, this is our first time using this wonderful hot plate. So it may cook a little different than the stove. But, I don't like the way Momma's stove cooks either. Do any of y'all have a glass top stove? Do you have trouble with it cooking on anything but just high? Momma's is, I call it high or die. You either cook it on high or the heat dies. And it seems like no matter what burner I use, I find that to be the case. And do y'all have that problem with it? I am really seriously considering looking at a gas stove for in here, because at least you could monitor your heat level. We have a gas stove out in the garage, and I think a gas stove in here may be a little better thing. Do you think it? Don't you think, Mama? Don't you?
I can't. I've never cooked on gas stove much.
Well, we'll take you out in the garage and practice you up.
Yeah, you'll have to practice me up. I cooked out there for get-togethers and stuff.
Well, yeah, it's just fire, Mama. It's just fire.
Fire.
But I probably put those in a little soon because they're not frying.
No.
But the oil was moving a little bit, I thought. But my patience level was up.
Turn your burner up high and get it as high as
yeah, I
it
just
goes.
turned it all the way up to max.
And then when the skillet gets hot, you can start gradually
Turn it down.
turn it way down.
But the stove, the glass top stove, we like it. But you are on high or die. It's either high or the heat is completely gone. And that's just the way you have to operate with it. Let me see what y'all are saying. It says, my glass top stove does the same thing. It's either fire red or low heat. No matter. Yes, that's exactly correct, Kay. It doesn't matter what I do. Marcia, thank you for the stars. It doesn't matter what I do. If you are doing like, I like to take like an egg skillet, turn it on high, get it good and hot, turn it down, and then let my eggs cook mostly. You either have to have it on scorching hot, or you just don't have nothing.
Burn it up or
Yeah.
freeze it to death.
And that's been the way it's been since it was new. But we've had it for several years, and I guess I put up with it. I don't know, but I know they say professional cooks, which goodness knows we're not professional cooks, but they always want to use gas because they can control the heat down to the very low heat. And I understand that because I like to be able to control ours. Okay, don't do what I did because I put these in a little too soon. They're going to be okay and they'll be totally edible, but they're not frying yet. I was talking, and sidetracking. And
I'm going to put one cornbread flitter. Okay, so
wait, Mama, it's not ready. You can see these ain't even moving there.
I know it.
But I just now turned it up, so we're going to get the heat going. Get the heat going. You have to get used to any kind of new cooking surface. Maybe you should have it checked out. Mine is okay. Kathy, you can cook on low. I have heat on low. It works. It'll come on and go off. Come on and go off.
But you can't preheat it on medium. You have to turn it on high.
No. Now, if you get something really raging hot, you can turn it on low and it'll stay there. And the eye does come on, but it goes on and off, on and off. And I like a little bit of more consistency with it. Thank you for those stars. You had a star party. Did I have a star party, Susan?
I didn't see it.
See, I don't know. I didn't see it. Did you see it, Mama?
Not
Gas stove all the way. Glass top is awful. Thank you, Mimi. I'm believing that. I ain't doing it yet. It takes me a while. Thank you for those stars, Kim. It takes me a while to make up my mind sometimes. But I see some bubbling starting.
That's what I was going to say. I see it on that middle one.
I see some action. But I'm going to look into that maybe. Of course, we'll keep the stove until
we have to get
we have to get one, but maybe the next one. We don't waste nothing. Love my glass top stove. Now, I like it, Sherry, except everything but that it don't do the heating like I want it. It'll heat up, it'll do, but I don't know. My stove is glass. I love it. So easy to clean. They are easy to clean, Deborah. They're easier than gas stove to clean. That's for sure. Hi, John and Momma from Jonesboro, Arkansas. Well, hello, Deborah. Welcome to Friday Night Coffee Break. It is nice to get together on Friday night. We get together every night. We try to, but Friday nights, seems like Friday nights is just the beginning of the weekend. Sometimes I feel like the Friday night is the only weekend. Do you all feel that? Like, from the time you get home from work, you start your little whatever, and then Saturday you got chores to do, errands to run, house to clean, clothes to wash. Then if you go to church on Sunday, you get up and you go to church. Time you do lunch, if you have church at night, you go back to church. If you don't, you got stuff. Seems like it kind of picks up pace, but Friday nights is sort of a little laid back. We used to always, Friday nights was, when I was a kid, was always Dallas. And so we didn't do anything much.
Tell your age, sure enough now.
We didn't do much. Dukes of Hazzard, Dallas, whatever was on TV. We would eat popcorn. And Friday nights was usually a supper, quick, like we would have, Mom would have something simpler or...
I worked all week and I was always exhausted on Friday night.
Gas is better. Miss Margie, is that what you're saying? Yeah, I think that would be something to look into. Hey, Kim. Hated my glass top stove. Love my gas stove. Thank you, Kim. My glass top electric stove. Burner eyes go off and on. Red, black, too. Yeah, I hate it. Yes. Tammy, I agree with you. Tammy Rogers. I don't like it going off. I want it to go to low red, high red. That's just me griping, but that's just what I like.
Yeah.
Do you all call them stove eyes? Is that a southern thing? Now, Tammy there's from Kentucky because she's still southern. Thank you for those stars, Alicia. Someone asked me one time, what is a stove eye? I thought, well, the burner part. The stove eye. The eye. The big eye, the little eye. They are moving on now. Mommy, you put your cornbread on there. See, that's where I should have had them when I first put them on. Can y'all see it and hear it?
I'm going to put a little in here for you. Ooh, that oil got a lot of oil.
It'll move.
It'll move.
Well, I guess it's a little uneven, Mama.
The bar uneven.
Probably. As you would tell me I wouldn't hold my mouth right.
That's right.
Probably could have put a little less oil, but when you put all that in there, it really pulls it up a lot.
Oh, yeah.
They're frying good now. Now, Mama, isn't this nice having you right here sitting with me?
Yeah. I get to get off my feet and legs.
You can sit here and enjoy it. Miss Pam, you was right. This puts Mama over here where we can see her much better. It goes off and on because the heat reaches the temperature. It's a thermostat thing, but I don't like it.
Quit complaining.
Yes, ma'am. Let's move on to happier thoughts. It's been beautiful here today. We've been in the 80s, 80, almost to the 90s. It's been 86, 87 this evening. Woo.
I thought it was only supposed to get up to 82, but I think it's...
It beat that in my vehicle coming home. It definitely said 87. That's East Tennessee for you. I don't know where you live, but we go from 2 Saturdays ago, we had snow. It was cold.
We had rain, sleet, and snow that Saturday.
What day was it this week? It was cold. We had a cold day this week. In the 40s was the highs. And now it's 87. Now, it wouldn't surprise me a bit tomorrow. I'm making this up because I'm not hard to forecast, but it wouldn't surprise me a bit if we was in the 40s back tomorrow. That's just the way the weather is.
First of them were, and next week sometimes they said not get used to this warm weather. It's going back to cool.
I've not heard anything. Because I've not, well, one night we didn't have cable.
Yeah.
And I don't ever watch it anyway. The cable being out doesn't bother me as bad as the internet being out. Because the only thing I watch is a little bit of TV Land or Me TV or some of those old shows.
Those shows.
I don't watch anything. And anything I would watch is something I've already seen before.
That's what I just watch them over and over and say, well, I've got that wrong person in there this time. I should have.
And in the mornings, instead of watching the news, I like to watch George and Gracie Burns. It starts my day off better than the news. Most of the time of the morning, I will come in, make my coffee, and ask Alexa for the update. And she gives me a little run through, and she uses longer than I want to hear. But after I hear the general, what's going on in the world, then I say thank you, that's enough, and we move on. Now on Sunday mornings, this Sunday, and every Sunday since the internet's been off, we like to get up and I start coffee, and I listen to the McCameys on. Some of y'all don't even know who the McCameys are. It's a Southern gospel group. They have retired now, just last year, but they're from Clinton, Tennessee, which is just about 40 miles from here. And we like to listen to their music, or the Gaithers, or Vestal Goodman, some of that old stuff.
The old ones.
We listen to old stuff. I've often said I'm a child of the wrong era. I was born too late. I should have been born.
Hey, I couldn't have been your mommy if you'd born.
Well, that's the only negative side effect, Mama. Oh.
Just born when
80s this weekend in Ohio. Dan, did y'all not just have snow a week ago? I swear it seems like it was just a week ago against that snow. Yeah, Margie says she loves them too. We like those good old Southern gospel music. And that's our round of entertainment here. Most of y'all would get bored. Some of y'all say, oh, we'd love to come and stay with you and Mama. We'd love to come.
Oh, you would.
Y'all would be bored to death. You'd say, these are boring people.
We eat and clean up a little bit and go to bed.
Go to the porch is what I like to do.
Yeah,
that's my exciting evening, is go sit on the porch. I was sitting out there one night, I don't know what night it was, till about 9:30.
That was.
And then the next
Sunday
night, Monday,
yeah, Saturday.
I can't remember. But then the next night it was in the 40s. I couldn't sit out there; it was too cold. Now these are cooking wonderfully.
Onions will get done before they.
You want them to get done. You want them to be just right.
Did you turn the beans off? I don't see them steaming.
I did. They were bubbling and trying to act all ugly. Oh, these are getting to perfection right here.
You're going to have to get something to flip them with, honey.
Well, this little thing here is heat safe. This little
but it's skinny.
Well, I'm kind of working under skinny circumstances on these little tater bites. Now, you can make bigger ones. We do sometimes. Mama makes as big as that right there.
I make big ones because I don't fool with all them little ones like you do.
I like the little ones. You get more crunch. I think they're just perfect. I like the big ones too, though. I ain't picky on that part. I can do either or. Listen to them singing.
You like that music?
Yes, it's like applause. Yay! I can just hear. Whoosh, whoosh. Yay! We've got tots. Now this don't look like he's ready to turn. He's not. Cornbread fritters are kind of like pancakes. They'll say, "Turn me," They'll get all covered with bubbles, and then you can flip it. Mama, you can slide that over now and put your another one in there and let it get started. We'll both have one when we get ready to eat. That's probably enough right there in that skillet, but I got more left, so it ain't much to do with it except fry it up. And we'll put those in the refrigerator and let them...
Who has little potato patties?
Who has them?
Or somebody?
Arby's might have them. I don't know. I don't eat out.
Somebody has them.
I don't eat out enough.
I know it because my sister eats them, and I never did know they had them.
Oh.
Because we don't eat out like that.
We don't eat out enough to know what anybody has. I mean, I know the basics. I know all the, McDonald's coffee, and I know that, but I don't know what Arby's and some of them have.
Now, there's more basics.
I eat Arby's. I know they got a Reuben. And I know they got some sliders. That's my two things I would buy. What day are you doing the 7-layer salad, Miss Alicia? Tomorrow at 6 p.m. is our game plan. Lord willing, nothing don't happen. That's where you'll find us, right here in this kitchen. 6 p.m. making 7-layer salad. And that's probably what we'll have for Sunday lunch. And maybe Saturday night supper. We'll eat on it. Mama, what are you having for Sunday lunch?
I haven't even planned on anything. That's too far ahead.
Mama, it's not that far.
I know it. But we had a big lunch last Sunday. And
Did we?
what did we...
It was Easter.
It was Easter, yeah. We had... Was it last Sunday? It was Easter.
I believe it was, Mama. It don't seem like it, does it?
No. I can't keep up with nothing no more. That's bad.
It seems like Easter was a long time ago, but...
I know it.
No, it was last Sunday. Let's talk about Easter decorations again. We still got ours out. Is that bad, or should you put them up right after Easter? What do you go to next? Are there Mother's Day decorations?
Springtime stuff.
Springtime stuff? Go into Americana. Really, Americana is probably the best choice to go into because red, white, and blue is good for Memorial Day.
And 4th of July.
And 4th of July.
So you could decorate for Memorial Day and have it done for 3 months. Decorate May, June, and July.
Uh-huh. Is that what you're thinking, Mama?
Yeah, be quick.
So should you go straight into Americana? What do y'all decorate next? Let's see what y'all are saying.
Put out flags for our Veterans Memorial Day and stuff.
I just want to know the day before what's for supper the next day. I say, I don't know. Jenny Lynn, that's probably the way it goes across the nation. I hear people saying the hardest thing to come up with is what's for supper or what are we going to eat. I think when I was younger, which I probably didn't have much say in the decision, is one of the reasons. But I always thought Mama had a meal plan. Didn't you used to know what was having, Mama?
Well, I worked and I tried to get stuff ahead of time and fix stuff.
Did you plan?
I didn't plan a menu like I should have, but I would do better than I do now. Now it's just the spur of the moment, whatever comes around.
Just winging it. We do a lot of winging it here.
Yeah. Woo!
Good thing you wasn't sitting over there, Mama.
I know it. You would have splattered me with grease.
Well, I knew, Mama. I was hoping it wouldn't splatter. But I knew to flip it that way, not this way, toward us.
Just protecting you, wasn't you?
No, I was protecting both of us, Mama. Yeah. I didn't get it nowhere near you.
Mm-hmm.
So those are frying up nicely.
You better turn the beans a little bit. You got them all warm? So they won't get cold through this process.
Beans warm up a little bit. Mama's worried about youngins. Mama, they're already bubbling again.
Oh, that was fast.
Didn't take them long. They weren't too cool. It says, just plain old summer long with garden flowers. But add that with 4th of July of June till August and September the fall. Patty, that's a good idea. Patty Davis says just throw you in some spring, some flowers, some bright, colorful cheeriness, and butterflies in spring, and then
Summer.
start adding your 4th of July around Memorial, and then move right on into to August, and then you're
Start
ready
out
for
with
fall. Start off with Memorial Day, then add to the 4th. So here's another good suggestion here. Miss Carol says,
Ooh,
wait till Memorial Day and start your Americana. Carol, I think that's what Mama does. She has already put the spring wreath on the door. We've got Easter flag.
Because it's more for Easter. It's a spring Easter.
Speak up a little, Mama.
I said, I'm
Mama, you've laid back. I'm going to have to pull you up.
Well, I was worried about hot grease. I didn't get too close.
So she's already got a spring wreath up, but she'll change it. She says that's Easter.
Well, it's got a bonnet. I mean, a hat on it.
It's got a hat. She's got a hat on the front door with
I'm
flowers.
having a hard time keeping that wasp from building in it.
Anyway, that sounds like a plan. And so then at Memorial, switch over to 4th of July, looking for red, white, and blue, and then keep it to the 4th of July. That's a good idea. I don't salt anything, and I use fresh veggies or frozen ones. Elaine, sounds good. They're eating canned beans and cornbread and fried potato cakes. Thank you, Miss Nola. That is what we're eating. Now, if we had made pintos from scratch, we'd done the same process. We just skip the dry beans going in. We don't soak our beans. A lot of people do. But we don't soak ours. We don't rinse ours.
Yeah, we rinse them.
We clean them.
Yeah, but we
beforehand.
don't pull off the first batch.
But a lot of people will
Parboil them.
and then they pour off some water. Then they put them back on in clean water and start all over. We don't do any of that. We wash them through several waters in a colander and in the sink. And we look them. Got to look them. Make sure there's no little brown mud balls in there and there's no rocks. And then we wash them real well. And then when we get through with that, they're on to cook. And we salt our water.
And keep all the nutrients, vitamins, or whatever's in them in.
We salt our water and we put some bacon grease or hog jaw or stricoline or fatback, any of that good stuff, or a ham bone off your Easter ham for one thing. And we cook them for about 3.5, 4 hours, but usually they end up being cooked for about 6 hours. Simmer.
On real low.
On real low. This is not as, I guess it's a 110. It's not cooking as fast as the stove.
Well, you should have had it on preheat and it
Right.
would save a little time.
I should have done a little different with it.
Live and learn.
But this also, you want it to cook low and slow. You don't want it to be,
Yeah, your onions would be raw.
you don't want to just throw it on there and brown it in a hot skillet and be done. You want to cook everything in it. The egg that's in it, you need to get that up to temperature. I'm going to move this cornbread over.
There ain't no burner on that fur edge over there is what it is.
Okay. Mama, you want to put another cornbread right there?
Oh, sure. All this hard work sitting here.
Mama's not used to sitting.
No, I don't. I've never had a job. I sit.
I
don't work good sitting.
Speak up a little bit, Mom.
I said I don't work good a sitting. I have to be upstanding.
When I first started filming, I wasn't used to sitting either because I'm always over at the stove cooking or over at this counter chopping or whatever. But some people ask, John, why do you sit there? Because I'm 6'2". And if I stand up, you can't see my head, you can't see nothing, and I can't focus on the food. I can't chop something and let you see what I'm chopping. And Mama is 5'2".
5'1".
5'1". So there's a foot difference in us, so we're off center with this camera. We do good to do what we do.
It's worse than us sitting down. The difference is.
If I could get a camera that was bigger, we could mount it from the ceiling or something.
No, thank you.
We could move all around and you'd be able to see us. Mm-hmm. This ain't Cook Network or whatever that is. This is just plain old kitchen cooking.
Plain old everyday stuff.
When we're not filming, I'm usually over at the stove. And Mama is everywhere.
Yeah.
Mama's a bumblebee.
Them is turning out a pretty golden brown.
They're beautiful.
Whoops.
That one's not hardly ready for
You
me.
got it caught under the cornbread glitter too.
I like this. This is really nice to be able to sit here with Mama. She's in the picture. She's been here the whole time. Have you ever seen us do a video where Mama wasn't buzzing around somewhere?
I'm not doing nothing.
We've got a whole new thing going here.
I might take advantage of this.
Now, Mama,
And
would you?
Yeah. You're doing such a good job. I just have to sit here and look.
Those will be ready to flip in a minute. And we'll go ahead and eat because everything's done.
Oh, yeah.
I'll fry the rest of them tater cakes up while we're eating.
Sounds good to me.
And they'll be done. And then we can put them in the refrigerator because we won't eat them. But we'll eat them tomorrow.
I don't know. They may taste so good. We just might dive in.
Well, Mama, I hope they do. I hope you just eat these. I'm going to tell you what Mama wants. What she mentioned yesterday and today for supper. And we've had a little run of bad luck. Mama's in the mood for some what we call kilt lettuce or wilted lettuce and onions. And the onions are up, but the lettuce, the birds got the first that you all seen us plant.
My seed must not been good too.
And she don't think the seed was too good on the second batch because she put screen over it and it still didn't come up. Who knew?
But I can't eat that at 7 and 8 o'clock at night either.
We'll do that on a Saturday, Mama.
I know
And
it.
maybe I can find some lettuce tomorrow at the store. Is there any kind of lettuce you can buy at the store you can wilt that's as good as...
Used to, they'd have that real long now, the year. April and May, it might have to wait till May and stuff. Some stores would have it.
They might have it, Mama. We can get you some. If I can get you some, we'll get you some. Because I want you to have some goodness.
I need some goodness.
If that's what you're wanting to eat, that's what I want you to eat.
Fried taters and baked beans.
Oh, fried taters. Oh, the menu has gone. Now I'm invested. Fried, what are you going to fix?
Kilt lettuce. With
Kilt lettuce.
bacon and fried potatoes.
Ooh. Do you all hear that? Kilt lettuce, bacon, fried potatoes,
Maybe baked beans.
baked beans,
And a biscuit.
and a biscuit. Oh, mercy.
I like
Now I'm wanting the same thing you're wanting. See, that's what she does. She drags me in, tempts me, and then I'm wanting it too. Mama knows how to work that, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Now, Mama, this is our first attempt at this little jewel right here.
Yeah.
Let me see about getting these beans.
You'll have to set them on that towel that's in your hand or dip them out that way.
I'm going to dip them. Normally, I like a bowl for my beans, my liquids, but now these, see, these cook up real good. If you've never had Lux Pinto beans, this is just product review. This is not, we're not sponsored by Lux. But if you've ever had Lux Pinto beans, they are the closest thing we have ever found
That's good.
to good old homemade 6 hours on the stove beans. You've got to have
Did we
that
make a wee mess?
cooked.
Let me move my bowl and stuff so we can scoop up.
Yeah, I want to give you room to eat there. As much as we love the hot plate, we can't let it take Mama's place.
No, I don't have my setting place.
Hand me that. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right. It's perfectly out of the way. We're fine right here. Now, Mama, I'm going to use my clean fork and get us up some little tater bites, little tater cakes. And, Mama, here's a good brown one. You'll like that.
Yeah.
And here's another good brown one.
You better put some more on while that skillet's good and greasy and hot.
Yes, ma'am. Let me feed you first.
Okay, that's good. One flitter.
One cornbread flitter.
Yeah. That should do.
Let's bless it, Mama. That way you can be eaten.
Yeah, I like to eat.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful privilege of being here tonight, dear Lord. We just thank you for this wonderful meal. We just pray that you'll bless it for the nourishment of our bodies, dear Lord. And dear Lord, be with each and every prayer request that's out there, dear Lord. Those both spoken and those unspoken, dear Lord. And be with all the sick and be with our sweet Miss June, dear Lord, as she's recovering in the hospital. And dear Lord, we just pray that you watch over us, lead and guide and direct us in all that we do. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
See if that onion's good and done. It
Mama,
should
that
be.
onion is to perfection. I'm here to tell you.
Ooh.
That onion is to perfection.
Real hot.
Mama, they come right off that hot skillet. You ain't used to this eating hot stuff, are you?
Mm-mm.
Put these
They're
up.
good. Yes, the onion is done.
Is it good?
Yeah.
You don't mind a little onion, a little cheese in your...
No, it was really good.
Well, y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it here first. She likes these crazy potato cakes.
Even your daddy would be proud of me for liking that.
Even he would say, well, she's finally come around. He'd say, she don't like anything with any flavor much to it, any spice or nothing. She wasn't raised like that, and you can't get her out of it. I said, can't you do anything with her, Daddy? No, you ain't going to talk her into doing nothing different, he'd say. Dad was, he liked spicy stuff. He didn't like it all spicy. But now he would eat different stuff and try different stuff.
I made chili one time, and I think I put chili powders in it more than twice because it was hot.
No, what you did is you put it in there more than twice, but you put a different kind.
Oh, and he said,
You made it the way you usually make it with Mexine, and you had there was a different chili powder, and it had some heat to it.
and he said, said, this chili's so hot my eyeballs are sweating.
And he patted his head and kept on eating. He just thought it was so good. Mom said he ate every bit of that. Said he fussed a little bit. And then I asked him, I said, was you fussing over Mama's chili? He said, well, I didn't say a word. He said, I said it's a little hot, but he said, but I ate a bite of it and it was delicious. But Mama accused him of fussing. A little bit, didn't you, Mama?
Yeah, but he said, ooh, my eyeballs are even sweating. Said it's so hot.
All right, Mama, you done the verdict?
Oh, the potato cakes is good. The flitters are good, and even canned beans are pretty good.
I like the tater cakes small like that because you get more crisp. You get more crunch. They're good. I think I will eat those for tomorrow. I don't think we will waste any of those. Let's see what y'all are talking about. Mama looks pretty in her glasses. Miss Linda. Thank you. Hey, Miss Liz. Thank y'all for complimenting Mama on her glasses. But now she's realizing a little bit of something.
I still don't like to wear them.
She can see so much better. And it keeps her head from hurting. And she's wearing them all the time. Even of the morning, all the way up to when she goes to bed. She said, I won't wear them. I won't wear them. I said, Mama, you have to wear them. Did the lighting just change on you all because it just got darker on me?
Yeah.
On here.
Our lights haven't changed.
I think everyone wanted to see it in the pot, especially they're going to make it. Stephanie, what are you talking about? I'm so confused. What are you wanting to see in the pot? If you got, tell me what you're asking for. The only thing I have is a pot of beans, a little pot, and here it is. And they're good, if that's what y'all want to see. See, they're pintos. I don't know. That's the only pot I got, I think.
Skilly the flitters.
I'm confused, but I'll look back later. So yummy. Love everything. You look good in your new. Thank you. John, is there a way to find certain videos that you have done? I'm trying to find chicken pineapple one. I do have a chicken pineapple on there. You should be able to go to your Facebook, go up to the top to the search, and type in chicken pineapple coffee time or coffee time chicken pineapple. It should take you to that video. That's how I pull them up. I type in what I'm looking for and it pulls up. Other than that, I'm not sure. You can go to our webpage and look through the whole thing. Since we've been doing lives, the comments, the titles that I put on there, they go separate now. They just started that not long ago. I'm not sure why. I don't know if I can tag a comment on here. I've not figured out how. Not on here. Thank you, Joe, for those stars. I'm not really sure. They wanted to see the fritters cooking. Okay, right here they are. So there's the fritters in the skillet. And I've just put the rest of them in there. Probably time to turn them. I see they're getting brown. So I'll start over here.
That won't be brown because it's not the heat.
This one here. These are bigger. These fritters, I got a little bigger, I think.
Yeah.
That little spatula ain't turning them. So this is the fritters, and they are browned. And I'm just going to flip him right over here. Let's just see. Those ain't cooking. Right here's the hot spot. So these cook a little bit quicker. Well, that one didn't turn gracefully, but it turned.
Gracefully.
That's one reason I like them a little smaller too. They're easier to turn. I'm going to have to get double team it here. Double team. These are a little bigger, and I may be turning some of them a little soon. Those are not done. This is the cornbread fritter right here. He is ready to turn, but he needs a little more brown on that side too. But that's the fritters. Is that what y'all were talking about? Try some. Charlene says try some Hanover's beans. Okay, if we can find them in our stores. Hanover's, are they good? We'll try some Hanover's.
I didn't tell him what I put in my cornbread, but it's just
Tell them, Mama.
meal and a little bit of flour and an egg and buttermilk is all I stirred it up with. And
Fried cornbread's no different than a cone.
except you do a lot.
It's just the way you cook it, and there's what it looks like. And you can make, there's lacy cornbread, there's hot water cornbread in a skillet. This is just fried cornbread, we call it. But now we do make lacy cornbread. You make it real thin, let it kind of spread, and it gets little holes from like pancakes, bubbles. And then when you hold it up, you can see it's real crispy. Lacy cornbread is good with like taco soup. Kind of like what you would want to crunch of a tortilla. That's some goodness right there.
That country egg was yellow yolk so much it made the cornbread a little yellow.
Now this ain't Jiffy or nothing, and it's not the sweets, but you can use Jiffy and you can fry Jiffy. Alright, those are not quite ready yet. These will and they'll firm back up once they get done.
You don't want to get them too fast because the onions will be tender in them.
I froze you up.
Ooh.
Take it easy, they're not ready. Not quite. You're right, Betty. I hear Maggie, baby. Yes, Maggie come in. She heard the... That's her song. When Maggie hears the clickety-click of a fork, she counts that as the dinner bell.
She made the mailman give her treat today.
Oh. Maggie is friends with all who arrive.
He's got her so spoiled. He has to give her two sometimes.
Uh-oh.
When she meets him up the road a little bit.
I'll tell y'all a secret. She thinks that I give her two every night. But I take one and break it. She don't know. But I don't want to feed her a lot before she goes to bed. So she usually comes and eats her food before we go out. Then when we go out, she expects two treats. And I was giving her two. But that was, a lot of stuff for her to eat. And I was having to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and take her out. So I've cut her back a little bit. She don't know.
She does now, I bet.
Mama, don't tell her. Listen, you can say what you want to say. I ain't gonna let no dog tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I'm the master and this, no. If you get a fur baby and you really love them, like we love this one,
They'll tell you what
they'll
to do.
tell you what to do and you'll do it. And
I like that commercial where that man won't never getting a dog and it shows him carrying it back in the mud and rain.
And if you don't watch it, you'll get to you like doing what they want you to do. You're like, well, she wants this, she wants that. You'll think he's crazy when you see me sitting out there on that hot porch this summer for air because Maggie wants to lay in the grass or wants to be outside. But now every Sunday, if it ain't raining, we have a date on the porch and I go out and sit with Maggie and let her do what she wants to do. Because that's what you do when you love your fur baby. Nothing makes her much more happy than treats and laying out in the yard, does it, Mama?
No, she loves that.
She loves both. And the FedEx man.
Not fed at UPS.
UPS man.
She loves him.
She loves...
She loves Scott. She would leave with him.
Scott has been our FedEx here. UPS, John, get it right. He makes me so mad sometimes. Scott has been our UPS man for several years, and he was in a terrible wreck a little over a year ago. And he had a lot of damage with his legs and stuff. And we had different drivers, which they were great too. They were nice, and Maggie fell in love with them. But she missed Scott. When Scott come back to work after all that time, thank the Lord, it was just prayers that got him through. But when he come back, you talk about somebody, some little fur baby, loving to see Scott. She was so excited that he was back. And she looks for him every day now. She wants... And if he goes to the neighbor's house and don't even come here, he'll stop and give Maggie a treat and say hello to her. Because he knows she's just crazy over him. So even... And the mailman will get out of his vehicle sometimes and bring her one to the porch if she don't run out, if it's just she can't get out there. I mean, they've got her spoiled too. But she's worth spoiling. She's a doll baby.
He really's got her spoiled. She'll chase him. She won't chase him, but she loves to go out there and wait for her treats.
On the days I work from home, she will get up out of a warm bed and traipse into the office and lays at my feet and gets in a cold bed and lays there because she wants to be near me. If we're in the sunroom and she's all snuggled up in there and we go to bed, she knows I'm going to bed.
Oh, yeah.
She comes to the bed. She wants to be where we are all the time. And I like that. I think that's sweet. Now, right now, she's laying on the hardwood floor. It can't be as comfortable as her soft bed in there because she wants to be next to Mama. And that's one reason she's got beds in all over this house.
I've worked on cookbooks today for all day about it. And she laid down on her bed in the office.
In the office. She stays right in the office. Wherever we are is where she wants to be.
That's where she stayed today. I lost her and couldn't find her, and I'd walked out of there and didn't know she's over on her bed. And I come through here looking for her and hollering for her, and she come out of the office. She was right in that where I was at.
I done that one time. I said, where's the baby? And I looked around and I didn't see her. And she had got over under my chair, right by my chair, on the rug, laying there. I thought, well, she must have got scared or something. But there she was. Now, see how these turned out? Even the ones I kind of messed up, I just reshaped them up and let them brown. And now there, y'all want to see those in the pan? So there they are. See, even like this, you can just reshape it, fix it back up, all nice and presentable.
I will say the little one's got the crunch and better.
Oh, Mama, this is a...
I
Can you
got-
say that a little louder, Mama?
But they are better, but I ain't got the patience as you have. I flop them big and get them done.
They are good. The small little bite-sized ones are awful good. And they have that crunch and... I don't know. They're just really good, I think.
Artie's has a little
They have
round hash brown.
a hash brown for breakfast.
A little round one or something.
Now that corn fritter, he needs a little more brown to him.
Yeah.
Get him a little crunched up.
That first one was good.
Oh, it was awful good, Mama. You did an excellent job.
You might order. Has it got more bread over there to fry up?
Yeah, you me fry more bread too, Mama?
Yeah, I'll fry the bread.
Let's put a drop more oil in there.
Fry it up, because it ain't no counting, just enough meal mixed up.
Have y'all noticed Mama has tricked me into cooking the whole time?
I said I was going to take advantage of this. I wasn't lying.
Now put the rest of them taters on there. Now put the rest of that cornmeal on there.
This is what I like about this.
She's got me tricked into cooking the whole time.
You're doing a good job. Good job.
You wouldn't say it if it wasn't true, Mama.
I know it. You're fixing cornbread fritters, not tater cakes.
Mama, that's all I got. Mama's not a bit critical. When you're to the bottom of the bowl, Mama, you got to make that last one little. It is a little bit smaller, but I had no choice, see?
Yeah.
I ran out. That right there caught a little there.
Oh, it's a little fella.
Mama, if y'all got any Hey Mama jokes out there?
Oh, I forgot about. Oh,
Are we?
no.
No, I got y'all back this time. That's the same thing happened last night. The screen went black. Y'all were gone. Couldn't get you back.
Never did get you back last night.
But we was just wrapping up last night, and I did post a picture of the chicken nuggets, and you all were terribly, terribly right, and we will
Fish,
listen to you
fish.
all. Did I say fish?
Chicken's what you said, but it's fish.
It was fish. Spray them nuggets. Next time we will spray them, because they did get a little drier, but spraying them would answer the problem. with a little oil. And thank you for whoever told us that, because we're willing to try them again because Mama liked them. She just said there was a little dry. I said, well, now everybody on here said spray them, and we didn't do that. But now we know to spray them. Your kind of supper, Brenda. This is a wonderful little Friday night supper. It don't take long to do. It's no fuss, no mess. One skillet, one little kettle, and you're done. Hello, Miss Angela. How are you? Hey, Mary. How are you? Perfect potato cakes. Well, thank you. And crispy brown. Yes, Mary. They're crispy brown, and they're little, and they got more crunch for your bite. See there? Mama makes them about the size of these cornbread fritters.
I make them big, like I said, to get them done, get them out of there.
Mama said she wasn't playing around. That's like fried green tomatoes. If you don't chunk them up and do them in little squares and coat them in a bag, you can fry green tomatoes till everybody's done and gone home. You just keep frying them. You don't never run out of green tomatoes to fry. But if you it's the same flavor. Chop them up, chunk them up, roll them in your cornmeal, put them in a gallon Ziploc bag and shake them up. Pour them in that grease, let them all turn them, and you're hot, and the whole family can eat together. That's one thing we like about chunking them up that way.
I love green tomatoes and okra put together and fried out of there.
Yes, ma'am, I do too. Now, I don't know okay, this is on a thermostat.
Yeah.
Because it stopped and the light went out. Now it's back on.
We're
learning.
It's so hot, it's a safety device.
Mm-hmm. Thank you again, Miss Pam and Joe. Y'all are so kind.
It was so handy for me.
And look, Miss Pam, she's still here. She's still in the picture. She's not wandered around. She's not been over to the stove.
I'm not doing nothing.
She's
Stir up the cornbread is all.
Well, you did good, Mama. Yeah. Does somebody have a hey, Mama? Did I miss one? Am I chasing rabbits? Love pinto beans and cornbread. Hey, Mama, what do you call a bearded vase?
A bearded face.
Uh-huh. This comes from Miss Brenda Stanton. A bearded vase.
A bearded face.
Mama won't know this one. Mama, it's Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Pottery.
Pottery. Oh, a vase. I thought you were saying
vase. Okay. Yeah, but you probably ain't got Harry Pottery.
No.
I like a little hot sauce on my beans and cornbread. I can eat them that way too. We don't with Mama though. Let's see here. Still looking for another hey Mama. Hey John and Mama. Trisha, how are you? Hey John and Mama from Ottawa. Hello Sheila. John, what did you put in your potatoes? All I put in them is I put about two. It was this bowl about half full. No, it wasn't. No. Take two on that. That's the wrong bowl. It was this bowl about half full. And I put one green onion, but you should probably put two if you want that onion flavor. These had a little onion flavor, but Mama don't care for onion, especially late at night. You could put onion powder in it too to give it a lot of raw onion. The onion powder sometimes will work in place of raw onion. I put salt and pepper, about 2 tablespoons of flour, and 1 egg to bind it.
It was a big country egg.
Big country egg, Mama says. And that was it. Salt, pepper in there. You can add garlic if you want to. You can do all kinds of things to the potatoes.
Oh, you put cheese.
And cheddar cheese. At the very end there, I put it in there and stirred it in. I almost forgot it then too. But those are the things I put. It was cheddar cheese, 1 onion, salt, pepper, 2 tablespoons of flour, and 1 egg. And that was in that much mashed potatoes. And it would probably take double that amount of mashed potatoes before I would have doubled it. So I would have put that same ingredients, even if I'd had half again as much mashed potatoes, because it's. But I would have put 2 eggs, another tablespoon of flour, not 4, but 3. You don't want your potatoes to lose that potato flavor. If I had more potatoes than that. And it's made out of leftover mashed potatoes. You can, and I have, and I even done it one time. Mama didn't know it, and she didn't mind. She didn't know. You can make them out of instant potatoes. Or if you have a small amount of mashed potatoes left over, it's not enough for your family, put you some instant potato flakes in there, add you a little bit of milk, stir that up, and then add your other ingredients. A little extra butter. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Mama usually is on top of that stuff, but now that time I didn't tell her about that until after. And she said, well, they were good. I said, but you wouldn't have liked it if you'd have known it, would you, Mama? No. I probably wouldn't have.
Because I don't like instant potatoes.
But since you didn't tell me, you got that one by me, she said. Now these cornbread fritters are browned to perfection. This is what you're looking for in a cornbread fritter. I'm not exactly sure what happens, but at least I didn't lose y'all. That's what you're looking for in a good cornbread fritter. Right there. Now I have cooked all night. We're through eating and I'm still cooking. Mama tricked me.
No.
Miss Pam, I'm going to have to send this hot plate back. It's working me today. I don't know what's going on, folks. We better leave before we get thrown out. How many times you had to say that?
It's going off more.
I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe too hot from this being so close.
Well, no, I didn't think it was that warm.
But anyhow, it's trying to shut off. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and say good night. Y'all have a good night. Make you some memories. Hang in tomorrow for our 7-layer salad. It's 6 p.m. We're going to have a cook-along. We'll be giving away some cookbooks. I gave you the recipe last night, but it's any 7 layers you want. Let's see if I got time before we get thrown off again. These are the layers I'm going to use. I'm going to use lettuce, which I'm using romaine and spinach in the bottom of mine. I'm going to put a can of whole kernel corn drained, put a can of black beans drained and rinsed. I'm going to put frozen peas. I'm going to put a layer of mayonnaise, a layer of sugar. Then on the top layer, it's got several ingredients, but it won't be a whole solid layer. It'll just be these ingredients. Bacon, cheddar, and some red onion on the top 7th layer. And cheddar is the cheddar cheese. So that was lettuce, whole kernel corn, black beans, frozen peas, mayo, sugar, bacon, cheddar, and red onions. Yeah, the sugar you sprinkle over the whole top. You can cover that whole layer of mayonnaise that you put over the whole top too. You can use any ingredients you want. You can use any layers you want. We look forward to cooking with you tomorrow. And if you want to cook something different, just hang around at 6 o'clock and cook with us, or just sit and watch us. We'll enjoy it together. We'll do the cookbooks the same way. I'll set several timers on Mama's phone. As the timers go off, we'll look. Whoever's the top comment that I see is the one that I give the book to. And that's the only way I know to make it random. The only way I know to make it so I'm not spinning or looking or selecting or telling you all later. One other thing I want to say, I seen a copycat post the other night. It was called John Momma Gifts. And if you'll contact, we won't give away anything except live right here with you. You don't have to contact us on any special site. Don't fall for those things. I know it's hard sometimes to tell what's really us and what's them, but you can go into their page, and it's probably just a week old, 2 weeks old. Ours will be from May the 7th, 2020 on here. And you can see how, and we've got followers, and they'll probably won't have that many. So always check the background before you believe anything. But we're not going to ask you to do anything. The only money we ever ask you to send is for cookbooks, and it's $17. And it's a check or money order.
And you make it out to the church.
Make it out to the church, or if you do make it out to us, it's fine. It all is deposited into the church. So there's no special gift site or none of that business. You don't have to register. You don't have to send your address until you win. And then we'll tell you to PM us your address so we can get your book in the mail. But don't fall for any of the rest of that business. Just don't respond to it. Ignore it. Because that's the only way they can capture any information from it, is if you go to their link and click their link and all that business. Just ignore them. But I just seen that one new the other night. It's a challenge sometimes with all these spam and trolls and whatever else you want to call them on here. Anyway, we're going to say good night, folks, and we're going to say have a great night. Have a great tomorrow. I don't know if we'll be on earlier or if it'll just be at 6 p.m. I will remind you all ahead of time with a post and say, we'll be going live with a cook-along at 6 p.m., 7-layer salad. But we may come on in the morning. You may see us first thing. You may not see us till 6 o'clock. We wing it. We play it by ear on everything we do. Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama, and God bless you all.
God bless y'all. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.